Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Legacy United Star Raider Ferak. Let's take a quick look at the packaging. Takara Tomy Generations logo, Transformers down the side. There is Ferak, packaged in his robot mode. And there is a picture of his Cybertronian space fighter mode there. Star Raider Ferak, Legacy United, Voyager class figure. On the side you see Ferak in his robot mode. I love that evil looking red face there. Very, very nice. On the top we have our Legacy United logo. On the bottom we have product information. On the side we have 40 years of Transformers artwork. And on the back is where we see our product images of Star Raider Ferak. He converts in 31 steps to his Cybertronian space fighter mode, looking very nice there. You have the Star Raider logo, 40 years of Transformers. That's about it for the packaging. Let's get this guy opened up and see what Star Raider Ferak is all about. Here we have Star Raider Ferak out of the box, and before we get into his details, let's take a quick look at the three accessories that he does come with. The first one being his oxidating laser, which is the exact same weapon as we did see with Cyclonus, just done in a sort of lighter gray plastic, and bringing in Cyclonus's gun here, we do see that it is exactly the same. So that is the first of three weapons. The other two weapons are his wingtip blasters, which are done in a gray plastic, just with a nice gunmetal gray over the top. And these are actually very, very nice. And they do just clip on the sides. If you do look here, he does have tabs here, so they will just plug on like that. So you can plug these on like so on either side. You can use them as handheld weapons as well, but per the instructions, it does say to sort of put them on like that. And then obviously he can hold his gun as well. So there he is, all armed up with his weapons. Let's take a quick pause and look at some comparisons between him and Cyclonus. Comparison time between Star Raider Ferak and Cyclonus here. Upon quick glance, you don't really notice much difference, but the closer you look, you do see some definite differences. Let's start at the head, or the face rather. You see Cyclonus' face there is more sort of kind of a chiseled look, sort of square, and then Ferak is definitely a lot different. You have more detail on the face with the mouth open and things like that. Also, I think the antennae here look different too. I could be tripping, but they do look a little bit different. I know the shoulders are different here. They have been molded differently on the shoulders. Now, this is the toy accurate version of Cyclonus I have, and I do have Toy Hacks labels on him, so he does look a little bit different. Also, the chest area is very different. If you notice the chest on Ferak and the chest on Cyclonus, everything else seems to be the same. I think basically from the abs down, it is exactly the same. And then obviously on the wings here, you do have the little tabs here for those the wingtip blasters that I just showed you there, whereas Cyclonus does not have that. Other differences, yeah, the upper, also this part here where Ferak does have sort of a collar. I guess you could call that part of the chest, where Cyclonus is more just straight across. So there are definitely some differences, but most everything is also the same. So just a quick comparison between Cyclonus and Star Raider Ferak. And bringing in Megatron here just for one more Voyager class comparison. So Ferak, I think just because of his horns, he looks a little bit taller, but they're pretty much the same scale. Maybe Megatron is actually taller. So just a quick comparison there. Let's get into Star Raider Ferak's details. Getting up close and personal with Star Raider Ferak, let's take a quick look at his details, especially that head sculpt, which is a really, really cool. I really love that sort of devilish look of the red paint on his face with those sort of menacing yellow eyes there. Very, very nice. And then the plastic on this figure is a few different shades of gray. You can see this gray is a little bit different from this gray, and even this gray as well. So I do think the contrast between that and sort of the gunmetal gray is very nice. I think originally in the comic book he was white, but they didn't go with that, and I think that might have been too stark of a contrast between that and the red. So the gray actually does look pretty nice, although I don't really like this light gray so much, but the darker gray here on the arm is really nice. But anyways, yeah, again, like I said, a lot of stuff broken up by that gunmetal gray on the back here, on the top of his shoulders, his neck, on his abs there. We got some clear orange plastic there and there. You do have some red for the elbow joints and for the knees here. And pretty much everything is, very similar to what we saw in Cyclonus. You do have the red feet there. One very cool feature is his Star Raider tattoo on his forearm, which is a very nice touch, a nice little added detail there. But yeah, for the most part, that is Star Raider Ferak. I do love the dark gunmetal gray on the horns as well. That's how he looks from the back. So yeah, pretty much, again, like we saw with Cyclonus. So I'm not going to go into articulation or transformation with this guy, as it is the exact same as Cyclonus. So if you want to know how he's articulated or how he transforms, please check out that video. But yeah, let's just skip ahead and get this guy into his alt mode. Okay, here we have Star Raider Ferak all transformed into his very cool looking Cybertronian space fighter mode. Let's take a quick look at his details. Now, there's not a whole lot to point out as far as this being any different than Cyclonus. You do see some nice see-through plastic for the orange on the cockpit there. And I do love the contrast between the lighter gray and the darker sort of gunmetal gray in this spaceship mode. I do really love the addition of the wingtip blasters here. I guess that's to make him look more, authentic to his comic book appearance. So very, very cool. Yeah, definitely a different feel than we saw with Cyclonus. Now, bringing in Cyclonus for a vehicle comparison, we will notice one thing right off the bat is the nose cone. Where Cyclonus had that very pointy nose cone, Ferak has the sort of more, I don't know, almost looks like a fingernail there, nose cone, but it's, yeah, a little more squared off and very different. One other thing we do see is the addition of the tabs for the wingtip blasters, or the wingtip blasters there, which, Cyclonus did not have. Other than that, I think it's pretty much the same. Everything from the back looks the same. The top looks the same, just the wings, and I think the nose cone is just about it. So yeah, that's how they look in spaceship mode. So yeah, Cyclonus is a little bit longer with that more pointy nose cone, and Ferak is a little bit shorter, but I do love the inclusion of those wingtip blasters. It just sets them apart just a little bit from Cyclonus. And one more vehicle mode comparison. Here we have Voyager class Skywarp next to Star Raider Ferak, and I think these two scale actually very well together. So let's get Ferak, transform back to his robot mode, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Although I don't know much about this character from the comics, I really like this guy. His slight retooling and bold red paint is a nice touch to make Ferak come alive from his comic book appearances. There's just enough difference here that makes Star Raider Ferak stand apart from Legacy Cyclonus, and any cousin of that Cyclonus mold is okay by me. I did notice a little looseness in the arms, maybe from mold degradation, so if you pick this guy up, please take that into consideration. Anyways, this has been my look at Transformers Legacy United Star Raider Ferak. Thanks for watching. This has been Matt in Japan. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and hit that notification bell for more great content. As always, signing off, till all are one.